my brother. So let's say we for simple TV public. So we want to see simple TV in the world, really business TV in Nigeria and the world and large. On behalf of simple TV crew, my name is Success Ogwebi.
My name is Daniel Angel.
Goodbye, TV.
Secret profile limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world. We sell you title lands with the rest of the land to private portfolio investors. See that profile your investment house.
Yeah, such is all done. The sun like
Powered by C-Plot Profile Limited.
Hello everyone, this is your authentic Realtor. Hi everyone, my name is Vivian Akujodi.
Hello everyone, my name is Coach Park of Genobi Obaje.
Hi guys, my name is Doris. I'm a C-Plot Realtor.
My name is Success Ogwebi. Hi everyone, my name is Abraham Ishaba.
Hello, I'm Jenny Ikechukwu. Hi guys, I'm Martina Onoha, a C-Plot Realtor. I am a C-Plot Realtor. Guess what? Please keep watching Real Estate Launch Our Show on C-Plot TV.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Show on C-Plot TV. Thank you.
You want to know more about real estate?
I'm a C-Plot Realtor. Keep watching Real Estate Launch Our Show on C-Plot TV. Thank you.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Our Show every Tuesday 1 p.m. on C-Plot TV.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Our Show on C-Plot TV. Thank you.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Our Show on C-Plot TV.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Our Show on C-Plot TV.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch.
I want to tell you about an estate called Vatican Garden Estate. Guess what? It is called Vatican Garden Estate Phase 1 now. You know why? Because the estate is sold out. Right now, I bring you another amazing opportunity, and that is Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2. The best time to buy land was 10 years ago, and the best time to buy land is now. Because you don't just wait to buy land, you buy real estate land and wait. Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 is located at Emene, Enugu East Local Government of Nigeria with a wonderful title called C of O. If you know what that means, it's a powerful title in the real estate industry. And this land is selling on a promo price of $2. I want to tell you about an estate called Vatican Garden Estate. Guess what? It is called Vatican Garden Estate Phase 1 now. You know why? Because the estate is sold out. Right now, I bring you another amazing opportunity, and that is Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2. The best time to buy land was 10 years ago. You don't just wait to buy land, you buy real estate land and wait. Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 is located at Emene, Enugu East Local Government of Nigeria with a wonderful title called C of O. You know what that means? The powerful title in the real estate industry. And this land is selling on a promo price of 2.5 million naira. You had me. and you have high return of your investment in this estate. Don't miss out to be a landowner in this estate. This estate has amazing neighborhood like the Titus University, Enugu Airport, the Adoration Camp, P1 Estate, and so many other upcoming estates in the environment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer right now. You can visit the company head office.
I've discovered lack of information is no longer the problem. It's just the application of it. That's a challenge we are facing. And one reason why many people fail to apply wisdom is because of a friendly enemy called procrastination. So you get to the first stage, you might be like, okay, phone is my problem. Let me get a phone first. And finally, you get a phone. You have passed the stage of acquiring that. Now, when you get a phone, another excuse comes. No data. There must be one excuse or one or the other. Now, when you have finally conquered some of all these little excuses, and you now start, that's on that stage. Now you have entered the stage of starting. Another place people have problem is now the stage of consistency. If you're able to conquer consistency, you go far in life. Watch every company, every individual that have done well in life, they have conquered these things. And this kind of industry is something you do not with hit and run principle, something you do consistently. Consistency is the mark of greatness. If you like, be saying rubbish every day online or maybe Facebook or YouTube, people will be like, this guy is saying rubbish. Just keep saying that rubbish for 1 year, people will start following you because you've been consistent.
Seaplots TV, your investment house.
Good afternoon, welcome to Seaplots TV. This is your number one real estate TV in Nigeria and the world at large, promoting responsibility, accountability, and excellence in the real estate industry. My name is Success Ogwebi.
My name is Taboo Angel. Here are the headlines. Mount Home celebrated her 5th anniversary. Seaplat Profile Limited launches her 4th estate in her Lagos office. About Vatican Garden Estate, Enugu, Phase 2.
So we're going to go for a short break, and when we're back, we'll give you the music full details.
Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 Asaba is your home of peace and serenity. Discussing an opportunity is foolishness and acting on an opportunity is wisdom. Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 Asaba is the opportunity. Grab your own plot of land right here at a prestigious estate of great residential lifestyle, guaranteed peace and serenity, offering 100% dry land, buy and build service plots, instant physical allocation, neighborhood, immigration office, Asaba Airport, Civil Defense Office, Summit Hill Estate, and many more.
Seaplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate.
Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 Asaba is located beside Asaba Airport and Immigration Office, Ibusa, Asaba, Delta State. Asaba Office, the Park Plaza, 135 Ibusa Road, opposite Ministry of Lands and Survey, Asaba. For inquiries and inspection booking, call 0812-122-9438 or visit seaplat.com. Seaplat Profile Limited, your investment house.
Welcome back. Mount Homes is a real estate company in Nigeria, and on Thursday, the 24th of June 2021, Mount Homes celebrated her 5th anniversary at Royal Oaks Event Center, Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. A lot of guests and celebrities came to celebrate with them and grace the occasion. Seaplat TV crew was there to capture the event and interact with people.
Jesus, my butterflies in the belly, Obina summer. See the way you love me. See the way you care for me. Carry my matter for your head. Like a little baby.
Well, I wish them greater heights. See them, and I say us, we are part of it. It's our company. Your company, it's all of us. We are all here. Because it's a company that's giving platform to a lot of people to partner with them and make ends meet somehow. So I'm wishing every one of us, that's all of us, greater heights, mega heights, new levels, royalty. It's going to be a next year from now, a next year of royalty. That's just what I'm wishing them.
Of my homes, you know that the company was destined to actually be great. Well, it's 5 years. 5 years of selling lands to people without problems. 5 years of real estate successful story. And it's only good you say thank you to God for having a smooth business.
Real estate is one of the most viable and lasting ways of acquiring and investing your money in the world. So there's nothing like that. That's where you can confidently and comfortably invest your money, get your money properly secured, and enjoy the rest of your life.
It's like a river.
I want to tell you about an estate called Vatican Garden Estate. Guess what? It is called Vatican Garden Estate Phase 1 now. You know why? Because the estate is sold out. Right now, I bring you another amazing opportunity, and that is Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2. The best time to buy land was 10 years ago, and the best time to buy land is now. Because you don't just wait to buy land, you buy real estate land and wait. Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 is located at Emene, Enugu East Local Government of Nigeria with a wonderful title called C of O. If you know what that means, it's a powerful title in the real estate industry. And this land is selling on a promo price of 2.5 million naira. You had me right. In less than 3 months, this price is going to appreciate and you have high return of your investment in this estate. Don't miss out to be a landowner in this estate. This estate has amazing neighborhood like the Titus University, Enugu Airport, the Adoration Camp, P1 Estate, and so many other upcoming estates in the environment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer right now. You can visit the company head office at 23 Liberty Estate Phase 2 Enugu, or you can visit www.ciplat.com for more information on this estate. My name is MJ Success, and I'm your real estate mentor. Goodbye.
Ciplat Profile Limited. Now your investment house.
Lack of information is no longer the problem. It's just the application of it. That's a challenge we are facing. And one reason why many people fail to apply wisdom is because of a friendly enemy called procrastination. So you get to the first stage, you might be like, okay, phone is my problem. Let me get a phone first. And finally, you get a phone. You have passed the stage of acquiring that thing. Now, when you get a phone, another excuse comes. No data. There must be one excuse or one or the other. Now, when you have finally conquered some of all these little excuses and you now start, that's on that stage. Now you have entered the stage of starting. Another place people have problem is now the stage of consistency. If you're able to conquer procrastination, excuse, starting point, and consistency, you go far in life. Watch every company, every individual that have done well in life, they have conquered these things. And this kind of industry is something you do not with a hit and run principle, something you do consistently. Consistency is a mark of greatness. If you like, you say rubbish every day online or maybe Facebook or YouTube, people will be like, this guy is saying rubbish. Just keep saying that rubbish for 1 year, people will start following you because you've been consistent.
Jesus, my Butterflies in the belly, I'll be in a summer. See the way you love me, see the way you care for me. Carry my matter for your head, like a little baby.
Well, I wish them greater heights. I see them and I see us. We are part of it. It's our company. Your company, it's all of us. We are all here because it's a company that's giving platform to a lot of people to partner with them and make ends meet somehow. So I'm wishing every one of us, that's all of us, greater heights, mega heights, new levels, royalty. It's going to be a next year from now, a next year of royalty. That's just what I'm wishing them.
If you hear the story of my homes, you know that the company was destined to actually be great. Well, it's 5 years of selling lands to people without problems, 5 years of real estate successful story. And it's only good you say thank you to God for having a smooth business.
Real estate is one of the most viable and lasting ways of acquiring and investing your money in the world. So there's nothing like that. That's where you can confidently and comfortably invest your money, get your money properly secured, and enjoy the rest of your life.
It's like a river in my soul. Because of Jesus Christ.
Institutes again.
I want to tell you about an estate called Vatican Garden Estate. Guess what? It is called Vatican Garden Estate Phase 1 now. You know why? Because the estate is sold out. Right now, I bring you another amazing opportunity, and that is Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2. The best time to buy land was 10 years ago, and the best time to buy land is now. Because you don't just wait to buy land, you buy real estate land and wait. Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 is located at Emene, Enugu East Local Government of Nigeria with a wonderful title called Sea of O. If you know what that means, it's a powerful title in the real estate industry. And this land is selling on a promo price of 2.5 million naira. You had me right. In less than
Welcome back. Mountain Homes is a real estate company in Nigeria, and on Thursday, 24th of June 2021, Mountain Homes celebrated her 5th anniversary at Royal
You can hear me now? Hello. Hello. You can hear me? So I should go. So I should go.
Super TV crew was there to capture the event and interact with people.
Hello. Can you hear me? All right. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, great billionaires. All right, I want to welcome you to another of our section today, being Friday. We're trying to control some things, and I think we'll work towards that right now, because last year, even though there was COVID-19, it was not so. Last year, many of us were punctual, serious with our masterclass and everything. But this year, we're struggling with timing. Many of us are coming late. we came early. Some of us are here, but I mean, people that will still come back later because you find that most times we start around 10:30 or by 11, and you have few people. But before you know it, you have here feed up. We're looking for things to bring in again, and people are coming late. So for that, but we need to kick off because of people online, people in Enugu, people in Asaba. Most times they wait for us in Asaba, and Enugu waiting for us and say, "What are you people starting? We are waiting." Because we are transmitting from here to them and from some of other audience online, and I think we'll work around that to see what we can do about it because it's not good. And one thing we'll do when the time comes is I'll start counting numbers. When people come to a particular time, I'll say, okay, other people that are coming, no refreshment for you. No refreshment for you after. So some people, I think some people want to use us to do lunch hour show. So they only come and take refreshments and go home. They don't want to partake, but they're cheating themselves actually. They don't want to partake because life is about wisdom. Life is about knowledge. It's about knowledge and consistency in all you do. Okay, last week I was talking about consistency. Just 2 days ago, I received a call from a very wealthy big man who has so many companies, and he was telling me that he see me, that I'm into real estate. I said, yes, yeah, he wants to go into real estate. He has been my client for a while, but doesn't know I'm doing this because of he keeps seeing my videos and all that. Because I learned the art of consistency. So, like we said every time. So, without wasting much time, we're going to kick off. Today's going to be a powerful one, very, very powerful. I assure you of that. So, we're going to kick off. I want to welcome everybody for joining us today. Our online viewers, YouTube and Facebook, people in Asaba, people in Enugu. Thank you so much. In case you have any question, drop on the comment section. I've been greetings from the managing director of Sepa Prof Limited, Mr. Dixon Onochukwu, who is currently in our head office in Enugu right now, trying to clear off the land for the Enugu State launch at Vatican Garden Estate. So let's pray. Father, we thank you for this morning. We thank you for your wisdom. We thank you for grace. We thank you for your ability that you've given to us. We bless your name in the name of Jesus. Lord, today we commit into your hands, and Father, we pray you open the eyes of our understanding, Lord, this morning, that you grant us business ideas. You grant us wisdom to pursue all our business endeavors. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray. Amen. I have a special friend of mine who is speaker today. I call him Prof D, the talking pen. When he comes in, you will know why we call him the talking pen. From the first day I met him, I fell in love with him, and I was so inspired by his teaching. And most times I love working with such like minds. Whenever I see people like this, I try to attach myself to them so I can learn more. He is my boss. I could remember the other time, just sitting with him for a few minutes, I was so challenged and I was so filled with wisdom. So people of God, join me this morning with a clap innovation as I make welcome Mr. Talking Pen. So take over from us. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Okay. I'm the Talking Pen. Most people call me Prof D. So I'm really honored to be in front of you today. So before I digress, he has already prayed, but I just want to take this time to appreciate MJ's success. Please, let's put our hands together for this man. It makes me want to live life. By the time I see all his postings, how he's traveling and all that, I'm also inspired to spread my net. So today, I'm not going to be using slides, but there are some things I'll be sending to him for those of us that we needed. It's a teaching, so I will basically not be talking to the ears. Perhaps if I talk to this one, it will fall out from here. So I'll be talking to the mind, because I feel the mind is the strongest intangible ability of man. It is the greatest gift of God to man. And when I mean the mind, we can learn something today, and you are being asked, what did you do today? It's relatable. Sorry, I'll be asking questions, so I'm sorry. At least the Prof D there wasn't for fancy. So all right, now, sir, can I ask you a question? What did you eat this morning, sir? Okay, what did you eat yesterday night? Rice. Okay, mommy, have you eaten this morning? Okay, mommy, what did you eat yesterday? Correct. Now, the beautiful part of it is we can actually recall what we ate. So, mommy, I want to look for your trouble again. What did you eat 3 weeks ago in the afternoon, Thursday? So even if we are living, we are experiencing what is happening to us, but there are tendencies that we might not recall all the happenings or informations that we get. When you are being spoken to or in a class like this, there's what we call listening, the learning process, listening. After listening, there's what we call attention. After attention, there's what we call assimilation. And the last one is understanding. When I say Tarama Sesenu, I'm always asking people to say, what do I say? People always say Tarama Sesenu. And I ask them, what's the meaning of Tarama Sesenu? They say they don't know. But for the ability or the ability they've already possessed to repeat that word, it means they listened. So listening is the ability to perceive sound, but that's not enough. Attention is focus without distraction. So I can be talking to somebody, perhaps my sibling or my friend, say, maybe look now, maybe it's like talk, I'm listening, not be eyes, they use eyes, they hear, not ears. But there is something I want. And even if maybe stands to look at me like this, or yeah, probably talk, and I'm talking, I say, maybe now, are you listening? She's not looking at me, so it means I'm not wanting her eyes, I'm not wanting her ears. There's what I want, it's called attention. So listening is the first stage of learning. The second stage of learning is attention. Attention is focus without distraction. The third stage is assimilation. Now, let me just relate it to people that, let's say, secondary school students or undergraduates. When they are in the class, most of them struggle to be like others because they don't understand what assimilation is. It's a process between when you start listening to something and when you want to understand that thing. So some people are slow, some people are fast, and it's not in any form any disadvantage. We just have to be on our own template and our own space. Now, when somebody is talking and you don't understand what the person is saying, there is another powerful point. They call it ask. The Bible says, ask and it shall be given. So we have not because we ask not. So when you ask questions, you are making that assimilation process easier for you to go to the last stage called understanding. So listening, attention, assimilation, understand. Now, understanding is the ability for you to comprehend. So I might ask you Tarama Sesenu. You can repeat Tarama Sesenu. That's because you listened. So most people pass their exams because they listened. And when they ask them to explain what they listen, they fail it. So the last stage is where I want all of us to get to. So please don't just listen to me. Don't just pay attention. Assimilation. Please, you can stop me at intervals. I hope that's fine. For questions at intervals, they might be at the end of the day. Then the last one is understand. Make sure you are able to comprehend that information. If not, it's halfway. It's just like me playing a song that you know. You are singing with the song, singing along as the song is being played. But there are some points whereby I just stop the song, you have to stop. Because you cannot sing alone, but you can sing along. It means you did not really understand. Perhaps you've listened enough. So the reason I'm saying I want to talk to the mind is because when you dissect a human body, you will find the kidney, you find the lungs, you find the liver, you find the medulla oblongata, you find the hypothalamus, you find liver, I'm sure you see the skeleton, but you won't find the mind. You won't find the mind because the mind does not contain a physical embodiment of the human's metabolism. It's not something you can see. So don't say the mind is here. Are you out of your mind? You don't see people saying, are you out of your mind? The mind is not here. The heart is here. The brain is here. So don't confuse the brain for the mind. The mind is a very powerful weapon. And why am I saying this is because I want all of us now, at this moment, in 3 seconds, to imagine that we are the richest real estate agent. Just imagine. Just imagine that you are receiving one award from that black man or that white man. Just imagine. Now it's fine. You just travel to a place that you've not been. And how do you feel it's possible? Now, do you appreciate your mind? Imagination is cheaper than free. We don't tell our minds thank you when we imagine what everything you see. This chair was somebody's imagination. Everything in this place was being taught before it became reality. So when we think of something, when we imagine something, it's the power of the mind. That's why faith comes in to help you put yourself in that position. Faith does not mean fake it. It's an intangible evidence that you want to attract something. The topic I'll be dealing with today is top 7 successful realtor principles. But I want you to do me a favor. take away this successful till after the class. Because I would like to make a biblical reference. Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. He said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and every other things shall be added unto you. The mistake people make is sometimes they want to play God. So what they look at is the other things. And they now say, how will I get these other things? Okay, let me just do as if I want to seek God. You can't play him. So they will now come, God, I'm seeking you now. Other things, I'm coming. Are you getting it now? Yeah. So the reason you may not get the other things is because as soon as you do as if you want to seek God and you get the other things, you begin to unseek God. So people who do not have genuine interest in kingdom services will not be able to enjoy kingdom giveaway by kingdom principles. There are things that are meant to be done, you can't skip. Because as you see these top 7 successful Realtor principles, it's the principles I want to share. It is the principles that makes you successful. I don't know if you are getting what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So please don't hammer on how can I. That's why some of us don't respect patience in time. We measure our success based on others people's progress, which is wrong. Because he had 3 over 10. Or if I give everybody in this hall now an activity to do, and it's 10 marks. If daddy here gets 10 over 10, and okay, if daddy here gets 9 over 10, and everybody here gets 10 over 10, I want to ask a question. Will daddy be happy? No. Now, if I give everybody activities here, and everybody gets 2 over 10, and daddy gets 4 over 10, will daddy be happy? Of course. So it's a mentality thing that we try to grade our success based on other people's progress. And no be let me fail. I even get more advantage now. I get 4, they get 2. We all failed. Once we can fix that if daddy gets 9 over 10 and everybody gets 10 over 10, we are all distinctions carriers. Daddy passed, but because of his feeling, why will these people get 10 and only me is getting 9? I failed. No. Let's fix that. It's the mind I want to talk about. So I will send some slides to him perhaps after, because I was just trying to put some things down. So I wrote the question here for you. So please, it's the mind I'm talking to now. So there are some points you'll be lost to write. It's just to just focus, listen attentive, and perhaps assimilate to understand. Now, I have a question here. And the question is relating to a story I will share. We think about like big questions about the world, about the universe. Why does the universe exist? And when scientists see geographical place, a place governed by grammatical laws, precise laws, elegant laws by Einstein, Aristotle, Michael Faraday, Blaise Pascal, and the rest. Some people see 9 planets. Some people see 204 countries. How about the rain? How about solar system? How about the 809 islands? How about the 7 colors of rainbow? How about the 7 wonders of the world? How about the 7 major seas? How about the 5 oceans? All these things people see. My question is this: as a realtor, what do you see? What do you see? If everywhere is burning and a driver is to run away with something, he will run with his car. If everywhere is burning and a student is to run away with something, he or she will run with the book or his or her books. If everywhere is burning, the singer will run with the mic. If it's a drummer, the drummer will run with the stick. Here comes my second question. As a realtor, what will you run? What are you going to run with? Now, back to this. You should know the 4 things about a realtor. So I'll mention it first, what they know. The first thing you should look out for is what they know. The second thing is what they do. The first one is what they know, what they do. The third one is what they market. What they market. And the fourth one is how they strategize. Now, if you can figure out these four things, you are in the right place. If you can figure out these four things, you're on the right track. Now, it takes time for us to know much about what we pursue, what we are, what we do, how we do these things, how we analyze, instead of just bearing names or identities. So, if you are a realtor and you've probably asked yourself these questions, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to know? What am I marketing? What am I selling? How do I plan this thing? A very good question. I decided to, bring up this word realtor according to its origin. It was coined by Charles Gapon in 1916. So it's just like an actor relating to a real estate. So it's an agent. So the word realtor has to do with different, or it refers to a real estate professional who acts as an agent between a client and the owner of a property. So there's a job to be done. Now, I also made a research about the richest realtor in the world. Yeah. So I observed that that man is also the 47th richest person on earth. Now, John Maxwell said something. No man on earth has become anything by himself. No man is an icon. Now, before you become the best drummer in the world, you must have, this is the best drummer already. What is he doing that I'm not doing? What can I beat about this person? If you can sit down to figure out people that are ahead of you, what have they obtained? How did they get to where they are? It's a good start, because by yourself, you cannot just get there. I always say we should hang around people, or 4 types of people we all should hang around. And I call them friends. Most times, friends. Friends are not really people that you can see every time. They are people that have you in mind. They are people that have your back. Now, the first set of people you should hang around with are people who are where you want to be. The first set of people you should hang around with are people who are where you want to be. If I have a friend and I come out from my house, and perhaps late in the night, and I come out and I dip my leg into a mud, I'm like, hey, Nigeria will call it poto poto or yama yama. So I will go back to wash it. When I wash my feet, will I come back to put it again? No. And even if I'm coming back to cross, how do you expect my friend to cross? He's going to cross carefully because he saw that I fell. So in life, all experiences, especially negative experiences, should not happen to you before you wear common sense. A man called all his children, 20 of them. He called the first one and said, how many times will something happen to you before you have sense? The first son said, about 100 times. I'm a human, about 100 times. The second one said, about 30. The third one said, I can't count. Life is like that. Anything that happened to me, I learn from it. The fourth one said something, we are 20 in number. It will happen to me 20 times. Kept asking, some were saying different figures, and it got to the 15th one. The 15th child said, it will happen to me 15 times. At least I'm the 15th child of my father. Then it got to the 19th one. The 19th one said, it will happen to me as counting. In fact, let it keep happening to me because experience is the best teacher. Then he asked the last born, how many times will something happen to you before you wear common sense? The last born said, it cannot happen to my elder brother 100 times. It happened to the other one 15, the other one uncountable, the other one 30, and still happened to me. Which kind of definition of Momo I be? It's not a norm. It's not necessary for you to make all the mistakes a realtor should make. So you have to sit down to learn from their experience. I've sat under the teaching of one of the richest realtor in Nigeria, one of them, and he said something that God told him to make research about all the richest people you can think of. So he made research of about 800 richest people in the world, and this man was very poor as at then. One thing that we miss out sometimes is not material things, it's information, it's knowledge. The difference between a rich man and a poor man is information. Because the last time I checked, each of these category of human beings they are endowed with about 84,600 seconds. We have different heights, can have different colors of dresses, different ages. But one thing we have in common is time. So time is money. How you use your time it counts. I always say this, that the value of your time, or your time is a more valuable asset than your money. Because if I have life and I'm alive, I have to work for money. So when I give somebody my time, perhaps 9 to 5 or 3 hours or 2 hours or even an hour, and the person gives me back something called money, it's because I exchange my time with money. So my life is my time. My life is my time and my money is my time. So sometimes you see people saying something that it's just 3 hours now, it's just 3 hours you'll be done, and you are charging 1.5 million. And the person is like, 3 hours, 1.5. No, you did not even say 350,000. Happy New Year. I prepared for this for years. You are owing me. Usain Bolt became, I think, the fastest athlete with 9 seconds. 9 seconds, and the second person was still 9 seconds. So the difference was in the milliseconds. 9.7, 9.8. They arrived the same, but before you can do tick, two things happened. Somebody became first, the other became second. Now he ran for about 112 minutes. He prepared for 20 years. He prepared for 20 years for that moment. We all know about Ben Carson. Ben Carson in 1969 was the first person to divide the conjoined twin alive. And he shook the world with that. He became the best neurosurgeon in the world. He retired 2013. Now, how many of us have sat down to look at this man's glory and leave the glory for a while and go back to the story? You will find out that he spent 150 days, 5 whooping months, preparing for a surgery that lasted for 22 hours, less than a day. Do not compare people's result with your personal state, where you are now. There are things that they did that got them there. Everybody knows about the charm students issue that have been going on. How will a student spend 8 months to prepare for an exam that lasts for 2 hours and fail? I think it's bad. If there is no how you don't want to prepare, for the fact that this exam will last you 2 hours, 2 hours plus, then you are going to spend 8 months, 5 months, 6 months. You should have a different mindset, not doing what others are doing. Because how will I spend 8 months just to sit down in front of computer for 2 hours and fuck up? It's bad. That alone is a drive. Jesus was first seen at the age of 12 in the temple. He started his ministry at the age of 30. He left us 33. Now, the beautiful part is, where was he for the 18 years? He must be preparing. It doesn't happen. Michael Jackson, even after his death, is still receiving an award. He spends about 18 hours in the studio daily. You cannot just come home, Mike, I want to be more than Michael Jackson. There are sacrifices that must have been paid. Now, in our own context, it's the mind that I'm talking to today. So it means there are certain information we should obtain in order to run this. You cannot just be like Donald Brain. You cannot just be like the richest realtor in the world. No, you cannot just boom. Even favor, there's a quote I wrote: favor is labor in suspension. Even if favor is labor in suspension, put yourself in a position that you can be favored. I was just going, I did not know him. He just hit me and I fell down, and he gave me 200 million. I didn't do anything. Yes, put yourself where they can hit you. You have something. There's nothing that people believe something for nothing or nothing for something. It doesn't exist. There is always a sacrifice. Even when you do not pay that, we are not paying that, literally paying that sacrifice, somebody must have paid for it. There is nothing that is free. Even in Freetown, nothing is free. There are sacrifices that should be made or be carried out before you attain some certain positions. So now, I'm going to share with you a short story. about a guy named Henry. So Henry went to school. Henry joined the courts for crazy reasons. But it's not really about Henry this time around. It's about why people join courts in school. Some join courts for protection. Some join court to extort from students. Some join court to feel among. And some join court to intimidate other people, even their lecturers. People have different reasons, but that is at least one of the relatable reasons people join court in school. I have another question. These questions are rhetorical questions. It's not necessarily you answer it, but something you can write down and go back to think again. Now, why are you a real estate agent? Why? When the purpose of something is unknown, people say that is what? Abuse is inevitable. If you don't have the why, I wrote a quote that says, if you don't have purpose, if you don't have passion, if you don't have potential, you are poor beyond description. There should be a why. There should be a why. Why? Okay, now what will I stand to gain? Why am I even in this hall now? Why are you here now? So it means you should not, my prayer while I was coming, because I was just trying to, write one or two because of time this morning while I was preparing for this. My prayer is, God, let me don't waste their time. That's it. The older you become, the more you see that you don't have time. And God put us in time. There's what we call eternity. Eternity is time without measurement. And God is timeless. He was before time, he will be after time, so he's time himself. So when he puts you into time, it means you are being measured 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 50. There is time that is measured. Now, that is out of eternity. Now, the beautiful part is this. When you come into time, there are things you need to do that determines how you will go back to spend your eternity. Now, this time, how do you use it? How do you use it? I'm still going deep into this, but I just want to, it's about a restructuring or resetting of how we see things. It's not just about it's not just thinking what, it's thinking how. So it's how to think, not just what to think. How? Now, if we understand the concept of time, because time is also what I'll be discussing. If we understand the concept of time, you will not sit with somebody for 2 hours, for 3 hours without gaining anything. I might be late in my replies. I'm always busy. And my being busy gets me out of trouble sometimes. I'm always busy. And my being busy gets me out of trouble. Because I observe that this is man. Once you are free, you are thinking you are jobless. Crazy things will come. That is how the mind is. It's just our mind is like wheat. We don't struggle to grow. There's even between weed and plant. Even if weed is a plant, we all hate weed because it drags sunlight with our plant or our crops. It drags this water, it drags nutrients, but it doesn't struggle for all these things. Now, the beautiful reason I said our mind is like weed is because our mind is like the soil, rather, is because when you look at weed, no struggle, no fight, it just they grow on your own. For you to now have good crops that you will use, it's something you have to cultivate. You have to, take care of it. You will not just leave it because you will think it has the ability of the weed. That's how the mind of a human is. Anything you think about that is good, you want to work on, is difficult, it's stressful. But failing in life is so easy. Weed. I don't know if you are getting what I'm trying to say. Failing in life is like weed. Just be there. Don't do anything, you'll be broke. Don't do anything, you'll be hungry. Just sit down. Bad things happen. The negative mindsets start growing on their own. But by the time you say, I want to be successful in this, my job, sacrifice. That's where problem is. That's when you fail. That's when you stand up again. I always tell people that fail means first attempt in learning. That you fail does not make you a failure. So I don't see failing as being a failure. No. I feel it is a stepping stone, not even a stumbling block. Because sometimes when I do like this, okay, this is a wall. How do I pass this? That's when I start thinking. When there is a problem, that's where there is need for solution. And I love the white people. They will just sit down like this. I don't have money. Create a problem. People will appreciate the problem, but they will not want it. They want the solution. Okay. They have solution, but they have to create the problem first. Let's say somebody's hand is like this. They will now say, okay, I will give you something that we use. Your hand be straight. As soon as you buy that thing, your hand be straight, but your hand is now going like this, and you don't like it. Are you getting it now? Yes. So they will now create another one that will bring your hand back. When there is a problem, we are at our best. We think at our best. If there are books outside, so many books, and rain starts, you cannot just go and pack all those books. You'll be thinking that how? Okay, you now say, okay, daddy help me, mommy help me, this help me, help. So when everybody goes out, now look at what happens. When you now find yourself in another location and there are so many books outside and rain starts falling, you don't need to think too much, because once upon a time, you've thought of a solution that worked, so you now implement again. People can even pay for it. People can clap for you because you solved the problem. It's because once upon a time, there was a man that thought. Let's give room to think. Let's give room to thinking. So the next thing I will also discuss is the 7 successful principles. And the point is, I don't really want you to focus on the successful. Please. Don't focus on the successful. But it has to be there. You cannot hide it. I gave a story about Matthew 6, verse 33. Just relate it. Let's look at the principles. So the first one I would like us to write, commitment and availability. Commitment and availability. So I said commitment is a promise or agreement with yourself. So commitment is a state of being bound emotionally and intellectually towards a cause or an action. It is a state of being pledged and engaged to show 2 things: accessibility and availability. How much of your time do you sacrifice to relate with your client? Are you always available? Are you always available? How I treat the person up here, that's the same way I treat the person down here. My mentors will always put this into your head, because the moment you receive this call, hello, hello, this one, hello sir, yes, my name is Enobion, I am here again. You want to attend to the person that has millions for you, and you jeopardize your reputation because somebody is disturbing you and the person needed the shop. How you treat this person is the same way you should treat that person. Always be available. And the more you become successful, the more you see that time is now hard. No man has it all. A young baby will have time, no money. Somebody like me, we have money, energy, no time. An elderly person, we not have energy, we have money and time. You can't have it all. But for every segment of your life, there is a strife. I know that there will be a time in my life whereby all this my gra-gra, I work over 12, 13 hours a day, every day. It won't last long. There will be a time whereby I won't be able to run up and down. The information I'm gathering now, the places I'm going to now, I'm gathering all these things because it will be useful for me at a point in time. I don't know if it's relatable. So how much of your availability can be stressed and how much can you be free? And I also wrote here, respond to call from your current client or customer. They might have simple problems that need simple solutions. But you are too, this one is a small job or this one is a small task. No. Once you have that type of mindset, you cannot be successful in this stuff. Treat everybody equally. Treat everybody equally. And also know the medium at which they interact. Don't say, you are disturbing me, text me. I don't take calls. Text me. Don't do that. When you have that, there's how people feel. And most times, that's why if any group let's say I belong and want to do let's say an event or something, one of the rules I would say, argue respectfully. Argue, but do it respectfully, because my opinion, the word opinion is me. You also have yours. So I will not force you to accept mine. You have your opinion, I have mine. So the way it's doing you, it can be doing them too. Because you want to help them does not mean you should just force them to bend. No. Sometimes understand that, okay, this person is the calling type. Hello. This person is the... Because when you are free and when they feel that you are accessible, they will always come to you. If this is Dangote, this is Dangote's PA, and you cannot reach Dangote, and you always see me with Dangote, what's the next thing? That is it. That is how it is. People see value, and even when they see value, they look for the best person that has the same thing but is accessible. If you are not accessible, people will struggle to get your value. I told you something about life. Life is time, time is money. It's just a triangular stuff. So how people always advise us, don't struggle for money, don't struggle for money. At some point, all these things is not really easy to take it in. When somebody is telling you, don't struggle for money, what should I struggle for? They will always advise us that we should pursue value. People pay for value. I told myself, I'll be so valuable that people may not even have to pay for my services, my present account. There are some people that you just pay to see them. They are not giving you anything. That's another level of value. That's what they say. When you are always chasing money, money will run away. Chase value so that money will see room to catch you, because people will always pay for what they don't have. People will always pay for value. People will always pay for it. So if you can be free, you can work on yourself. Some of it can be characters, and it can be tempting. Yes. That's why they have the word temptation. Temptation is a means to test one's character. So it's not a bad thing. If it is bad, then, because Jesus would have bowed to the devil. Jesus would have turned that stone to bread. Jesus would have fallen down, perhaps, and break his leg. He had the power to. Any of those, he can do it. But it's a test on his character. So temptation is not a bad thing. The reason I'm saying is there are some clients that you like, God, one prayer request, can you help me destroy somebody? Like, you have a good heart, but this person, just remove the person from planet Earth. Your ability to bear, even when you have some strange people that will be talking to you anyhow. No. Don't fall for that. The next thing I have here is build relationships. Number 2, build relationships. Build relationships. A successful real estate agent will have so many schedules, a successful one at all times. Now, but that's not an excuse for letting go of relationships. Build relationships. So you need to go an extra mile every time and at every transaction. Sometimes it can be late night, but there are times whereby you know there's nothing that can be done. At least respond to the person and give the person time. Oga, you blind? You know, see time 10:42. As a person, I may not like to call you the second time because of how you responded to me. Most of all we do is not walk. Sometimes it has to do with attitude. There was a place I was living some years back. I saw there are always people with bike and all that, these Hausa guys. So there's one that I just like. I told him one secret. I said to him that for every passenger you drop, tell them thank you and smile. That was what I told him. I used to give God every go come. I'm always talking to them. So I just told one. And now anytime that one carries somebody, from that day, he will tell you thank you. Just imagine. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for entering my bike. That's all. Now, how do I know that it's effective for me to share the story? It's because later he told me how it's working for him. Now, in Pigeon though, any woman, any man, anybody that is coming that has entered his bike before, when they see 10, hey, they go to his own. Now, that thank you is not expensive. It's a strategy. It's just nice. Thank you. Simple. Thank you for entering my bike. That is the watchword. That's all. So by the time they want to enter bike again, they have to look for, if they don't see him, then they can. That small thank you is giving him customers. Build relationships. nobody said it would be very easy, especially when you want to obtain the high level of success in this. So don't push people away. Don't push people away. Try to build relationship. Even if what you are selling is 200,000 to one person, and what you are selling to the other person is 20 million, build relationships. Build relationship. Treat every client the same way. Now, I wrote lastly, building relationship in many ways is the best way a real estate agent can spend their time. Build relationship. I also have some experience I'll be sharing. Now, number three, because I'm also trying to work with time. Number three, embrace the tool called technology. Embrace the tool called technology. Embrace the tool called technology. And what's technology? We say all different and unstable or usable rather techniques developed by culture or people. So it is the application of scientific knowledge or practical processes, especially in organizations, industries, how you put in. Now, the most common of all is what Brother Shaggy calls social medium. The social media is one of the fastest. You have to blend. You have to blend. How many of us have read about this book, The Richest Man in Babylon? It's a very beautiful book. It lasted and spanned for thousands of years. Now, the funny thing about it is the methods, the game is still the same, but the rules are changing. There are times where we use horse to move. Now you can just do it here. It's easier. So you should not be struggling with something that is easy. You are forcing hard work on smart work. It's easy for me to carry this thing and put it here. And it's difficult for me to break this thing just for me to see what I want to see before. Why don't I just lift this thing and put it here? I don't know if it's relatable. So please, social media is a very easy way. So if you don't belong to any platforms, I think Facebook is a good one. LinkedIn is a good one. WhatsApp is a good one. And you also have Twitter. Instagram is also there. So please, I know that it's our kids that know how to do most of all these things, but let's just give into it because that's where we can get people who are of this modern status. We have to blend. Let's throw some stuff away. And that's why they say you unlearn to learn and relearn. If Facebook were to be a church, it would be the largest congregation in the world. It's about 2 billion users. So sometimes your clients are looking for you, but you are so occupied to make yourself available. That's why I say be accessible. And don't just open the stuff and keep it there. You understand? So Facebook is there to make your marketing dreams come true. You also have LinkedIn. This one is basically for professional faces. So if you know that there are people out there waiting for you, it's just to make yourself available. It's just to make yourself available. I see the way people are just, doing skits, doing a lot of things, and the world is knowing about them. One man will just stand up and think in 1823, okay, people want to go out to work now. They cannot go out because of rain. Okay, I'll do rain boots. Let me just try rain boots. People are seeing him going from their windows. Then another person, I want to have this thing too. Another person becomes business. Always look out for problems to solve. And guess what? There is a platform that people already know that they can put out their problems looking for solution providers. There are people, there's a video I watched recently about one comedian like that saying, nothing dey Lekki, I won't go mainland. I'm looking for a house. I know some of us know the guy. Now, Speed Darlington is looking for a house online and people are commenting. You need to see the way people are putting their numbers, putting what they are doing. People are like that. They may not come jokingly and say it. They might just be, you might just say, okay, this is what I do. This is it. You can put, instead of, now you cannot reach everybody at the same time. Even Jesus, he knew what he was saying. When he wanted to leave, the Great Commission, he said, go into the world and preach the gospel. He was like, how will I travel throughout the world? Then it wasn't easy, but because he knew there would be a time whereby I can be in my kitchen and communicate with somebody in China. He knew that there will be a time whereby I can be in my living room and I'm talking to somebody in Europe. You always need to look for ways to grow the stuff. And people are really using Instagram these days, especially when you want to reach out to the younger audience, because those people have money. I know what I'm saying. They have money. Some of them don't even know what to use it to do. You can always help them out. So be creative and be on the creative side. You also have Twitter, and make sure you always follow them up. You always follow them up. So the right technology is crucial for a successful marketing campaign for new agents. So be sure to establish a strong presence. It's not just to put DP and leave it there for like 4 years. When it's your birthday that you remember, you now upload another. No. If you are using it for a market strategy, you should be able to follow up. Be posting things, be using things relating to what you want, kind of people you want to reach. You understand? Any musician, because I have most of my friends, they are singers. So I ask them, if you're a good singer, at least 20% of your friends, you should show me 20% of your friends that are singers. You are not far from what you attract. And basically, you are what you attract. So there are some customers that will not come to you because the service you are providing is not to their standard. That is how it is. You are what you attract. And I observed some years ago, let's say about 5 years ago, I was really having some stuff. No money. I'll just live here, no money. And I looked at my friends. What do? I don't need to change my friends as per going to them. And you are too poor, and I'm very poor. Poor people, what are we gaining? I'm not doing again. You are no more my friend. No. Every new year, I see people write, cut them off. I always advise, don't cut people off. Grow, they fall off. It's about you, not them. You don't cut people off, grow, they follow. There are some people that will stop talking to you because you are attaining some levels that they feel they are disturbing you by the time they come. When you come and I'm already occupied, when you come again, I'm already occupied, it changes the narrative. You don't really hate me, you know I'm busy. Try to hang around with people that look like where you are going. And that reminds me, I was saying about 4 things or 4 friends. The first one, hang around people that are where you want to be. The second one, hang around people that know your weakness and don't use it against you. People that know your weakness and don't use it against you are real G's. They're the ones that protect you as well. The next one, hang around people that know your strength and want to magnify it. Okay, no, don't worry, I'll get back to you. No, BC, person they find out, so I just say, man, let you know, I'll send the number to you now, call her now. Why? Have those type of friends. You can't do it alone. Remember I said it. Have people that where you want to be one. There's a difference between mentor and role models. I will definitely talk about that. You just need to have a mentor. And a mentor can be different from a role model. A role model may not even know your father. May not even see you till Jesus comes. But these are people that you look up to. I want to be there. I even want to get beyond where they've gotten. Those are role models. Mentor can be, at least I have some that will knock my head and tell me, do this, don't do this, do it like this. There are people that you just have to study their patterns. And you should not be happy doubting results. Don't doubt results. And respect all men, fine. But look at people who have results. There are some things that they know that you need to know. That's why I say go and move around with people that where you want to be. 2, people that know your weakness, don't use it against you. 3, people that know your strength and build on it. And the last one, people that can vouch for you. When we're younger, that's how we vouch for our friends. He dey play ball, die, he dey play ball. You put your slippers and you start swearing and saying everything just because of you want your friend to fit in. And sometimes you may not be there when they are giving the good news about you. You need to have these people. These people are your third eyes. You cannot be there every time because you are moving forward. That's why I say, if everybody get money, who will be Baba Gates? There are people that need to have your back. So those friends that you feel, some of them, you don't need to talk to them. Some of them, have them around. There are days you will need them. There are people that should have your back. There are people that should be where you are going to. There are people that should know your weakness and don't use it against you and protect you. Sabi, don't do this one. You understand? Do this. No, say, they always remind you that, please, don't do this. You know that when you get drunk now, you don't know how to drive when you are drunk. They advise you. They know your weakness. And they don't use it to sell you out in the public. There are people that know your strength. They will come and adjust. You can do it. You can do it. They believe in you. They want to build that strength. When you have these 4 people, you go far in life, even in your occupation. Now, you should also create a website for potential buyers to visit and get a visual representation of the work you do. Some people not just to the right. Please also put pictures. Seeing is believing. Nigerians want to see things. You understand? Like the videos, presentation, always repost. Let them see it. Let them, and don't lie. We'll get to that one. Put what they can relate with, not just wet. So this is a great way to stand out from other agents who may have even more experience than you. So if I've related to so many people with this Facebook, with WhatsApp, you understand? WhatsApp is more of a personal app. All the people that you know you. They have the number, you have your number, you understand? But Facebook, you can reach out to audience that you don't even know. You understand? And if you're just making, use of this technology or social media, don't just put write up. Also put pictures that they can see. Pictures that they can see to appear convincing. All right, the fourth one is build your influence. The fourth point, build your influence. Build your influence. Building your sphere of influence are in two ways. The first one, I call it warmfare, and the other one, coldfare. Now, the first one, that is warmfare, WARM, then sphere. That one has to do with mommy, daddy, son, cousin, nephew, pastor, choir member, colleague. You understand? It's already there. This is what I do. Okay, now I'm serious about this. I'm a this. This is what I want to do. Or this is what I want you to sign in for. Okay, have you heard about this? Have you heard about this estate? They are said you are building relationship with people you already know. Don't assume people will know something about you. No. It's relatable to see that in Nigeria we really quantify people's status by how they look like. And people say, don't care if people like you or not, please be likable. Your priority should not be for people to hate you. People should look at you and say, okay, I would like to talk to this person. There are some places you will go, you will just dress well and sit down. Don't say anything. They will respect you like that. There are some places that you just go and sit down. They will be looking at you. This person go get sense. This person no go get sense. This person go get sense. This person no go get sense. It's better you just keep quiet. After the meeting, go. Don't talk when you're not meant to. Instead of you to just open your mouth, wow, and I'm clear. Oh, I talk, I mean, no get sense. So sometimes wherever I go, I like back very well, and I don't really like sit at the back. I always feel good, especially when I know I'm good at something and people underestimate me. I always like it because it gives me reason to prove to them that I'm not limited by their imaginations of me. That is the best for me than for me to go and sit that where I'm supposed not to sit down or now overhype myself. And when it's time, I'm like, hey, and I fuck up. It's easy for them to criticize you when you mess up than when they don't even expect it and you just shock them. Gives them this powerful, So the next one is the code fair. When I mean code fair, it's like this one is more difficult. Basically, strangers, and their reaction usually tests our character. Whatever we are doing, whatever we are selling, our product is not just about the product, it's how we sell. Some people come back not because of what you are selling, it's because how you sold the previous one. I always say this, that real customers are not customers that buy things once. If you come to buy something from my hand, that's not a qualified sense for me to say you're a customer. It's a lie. Come back again. When I see you again, it means what I sold for you was helpful. What I sold for you did not spoil. What I sold for you that's why you're coming. So I can call you customer. You cannot just buy something, large quantity today, let's say 100 million, and somebody that is buying 1,000 every hour. Because you bought 100 million, I would jeopardize my relationship with the person that is always buying 1,000 every hour. And I'm sure that this person will buy it till the end of time. And because of, no, you are not a customer. Let me see, you are a client. Coming, when you come in, can you come back again? Can you refer me? That's when I can now count on you. So sometimes we wipe people away just because of there's another person that has no. So strangers, it takes time. The reason I say it takes time is because you can just, good day, yes, I'm Prof D. I am into God will punish you. Nigerians are like that. No, it's a test of your character. You might see that person again. Sometimes they have to apologize. There are people that the way they will watch you, like, in your heart, you're like, you don't know who I am. Is it because you don't know me? Oh, hey, you understand? But that's not a room to say, no. I don't know if it's relatable. There are people that devil will just smuggle into our way like this to come and look for our trouble. It's a test of character, because relating to strangers is more difficult than people you already know. Strangers is difficult. That's what we call ghost fair. Now, the next one, number 5, I call it FFF. 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 Now, the 3 F's. So the first F, I call it follow up. Follow up. The first F, follow up. The first F, follow up. There's this logic they taught us then. More people, more business. Follow up. More people, more business. Follow up. You see, when people think about real estate, they should think of you. Agents, I have them over 30 here. I don't know how people just feel I have relationship with almost everybody. My phone can just ring now. Hey, Prof D, please, I need carpenter. How you take no? I get carpenter. And truly, once I type cap, I see like 4. I don't know, it's because maybe I'm always used to building relationships. Someone say, please, I need someone that does. I don't know. I don't force myself because of people we ask. I just don't know. I always have their number. One, it's not just having it. I communicate with them at intervals. I respond to them. I build relationship over time that when there is always, don't just call me. Hello, I beg, plumb my number. You get any? I get. How you take inside? Then I'll look at, when I see 10, 20, please, the first one, you already know the first one I pick. For example, this agent that I talked about, I have them over 30. Anybody, any part that is telling me you are looking for a house, you are looking for this, I call the ones that are reliable. The second F is follow through. The second F, follow through. The first one is follow up. The second one is follow through. Please do what you say. Do what you say. Because even when you follow up, you should be able to follow through. So don't break your words of affirmation. Do what you say. Call when you say you are going to call. Can I get back to you in the next 30 minutes? Even that your expression, they are actually disturbing you, but there's how you can respond to you are disturbing me, I'm in this meeting, you can just, can I get back to you in the next 30 minutes? If it's something you cannot handle, give them reason to still hold on instead of them going to another person. A speaker was saying something that he needed something and he told these people the way they just addressed the issue, the guy felt bad. So he looked for another person and he got it. So they did not still get back to him. He told them that, okay, don't worry, I've already gotten it. They did not even reply. They're angry. No. They're supposed to apologize. You might say, for what? But if they apologize, the man will feel, okay, maybe next time. Because for me to come to you first, it means you had value. So next time, the person will want to approach you again. Now, trying to fix what you broke at some point or what was not really fine. Because you are giving the person a good motive about your personality. Not just, when you are selling a product, it's not just the product. You are selling your person. That's why people can get back to you. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I encountered something like that.
Okay.
Recently. I'm into insurance also.
All right.
So, there's my husband worked with a Turkish man.
Okay.
So the guy was this solar panel and batteries, heavy duty batteries. It's like my husband discussed me during that.
Okay.
I can even do the marine model. So when he said he has 3 ships that will cover that is living his goods. He called me. So I now call my lead. But that this is. So the man said he missed our quotation. They were like, we don't give the quotation. I said, it's another person. It's not in Nigeria. It's an outsider. Give me quotation. You know Nigerian type now. The later brought it to quotation. The man saw it. No. This is very high on the high side. I get back to them and said, this man said, they asked me, how often does he bring in his goods? They gave me the quotation. I said, no. So that's how I missed out there. So, what I did, like I said, I had to use my own.
From your end to
apologize. Thank you for trying to encourage me, but I'm sorry that at the back office they felt it.
That's beautiful. People don't really feel. They say when you don't pass, you learn. When you pass, you lead. Instead of feeling like you are a loser. Whenever I can't meet up something, I always apologize. because I'm not a perfect person. This example you said, it's really, really, really worth it. It's really worth it. That's nice. Some people don't know how to reach back to somebody. Now, even if it worked, some people are not good at, I hope you received the product. Thank you for working with us. I was with a friend of mine, I went to his office on Monday. I saw a flyer on one of his products. I'm like, is it the company or your own? Because it doesn't look like, he said, no, he just put it. And he told me something about the flyer he used, they just wrapped the carton and everything. That flyer was there, thank you, blah, 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 blah. So he said somebody came while we was talking to the woman that he wants to deliver it and snapped the stuff. And that's where another transaction started. Who will deliver this type of thing and still be putting thank you? Nigeria no get time. They don't have time. So people are always feeling, wow, even if it's a norm in other countries, wow, you are putting thank you. That small thing, that number was there. That is how another transaction started. So even when you deliver a product, still to call somebody and say thank you, thank them. They are the one giving you money. Forget your position. Forget the position most times. That's a good one, man. The third one is follow back. The third one is follow back. The third one is follow back. Now, when I say follow back, give congratulatory messages. They bought something from you, tell them, it's 1 year anniversary. Like, I'm good at telling people it's their birthday, even when they don't know. Every day of my life for the past few years, at least I have 3 or 4 people celebrating birthdays. And I'll make a post of them. The ones I count that are not going to see it, I won't post, I'll give them a call. It's a norm. And they feel special. How will I be this busy and still remember somebody's birthday? It's a whole lot. There's somebody that I remember the birthday, boom, boom, boom. That's how I invited him to come and speak at Ogun State. He had me in mind, fine, but your birthday, hello, I'm doing this. I would like you to. Now money come like that. But if I did not call to celebrate, what's my business? This is my birthday. It's his birthday now. Will he give me cake? I've not seen him in a long time. That little call gave me another opportunity. I'm serious, man. Like, what concern me and my client's birthday? It might not be birthday. It might be, when I mean follow back, that follow back, is it follow back I said? The third one, right? Yes. When I mean follow back, it also involves checkups. Now, there is another story I'm going to share about an agent that I encountered. I was looking for accommodation at some point. So this guy got me an accommodation, but there is something he does about 4 times in a year. I'll just hear one knock, and he won't call. I'll just open. Yes. I came to check on you. He has office. This man is in his 50s. He's well-to-do. 3 phones, 1 small one, 2. He's well-to-do. But we come and look for this small boy and be asking him, how are you? Hope, no water, no nothing. I'm thinking he want to ask me money or something. I just say, man, come check on you. Damn, I feel bad because I did not even treat this man well. Come again another time, knock. And he'll be asking you, I just say, let me check on. Hope nobody's disturbing you. Hope you are fine. I finished transaction with you for how many years ago? Why are you still checking on me? But the truth is, anybody that tell me, Prof D, I beg, I need agent along. I know somebody. That counts. So it's not about just following up. It's not just about following through. It's also about following back. Follow back. Check up on them. Tell them thank you. When you see them, don't look as if you don't finish. They can be the one. That checkup leads to what we call referrals. By the grace of God, I've taught in over 23 centers in Lagos and online beyond Lagos. I've never submitted CB anywhere. That does not mean I can't make one, but it's just that when you find favor in men, it kicks away labor. And building relationships can connect you with this kind of favor. Honoring men can connect you with this kind of favor. 60% of what I have in my life is not from my hustle. Relationships. If God has taught me anything in the past few years, is to understand the gift of man. God give you man, human being. People that will help you is not a must they are your relative. People that will refer you to bigger opportunities, not a must you've helped them before. It's not a must. Some of them, they will do it and you are feeling bad, like, hope this person will come after my life. Just 2 million, just like that. 100,000, just like that. No. Somebody was sending me something which a few weeks ago, supposed to be 2,000, sent 20. Now me use my hand. He said, no, leave him. I don't know whether he was testing me or not, but I had the urge to return the money or to tell him that. He said, leave him. 18K just like that. Then maybe he no. Make I leave him like that. Then you expect the person to give me again or to, okay, no, it doesn't work that way. Please, let's don't just follow up. Let's follow through. Do what you say. Okay, I will take you there. I will show you the place. Don't try to fix. Let's say you gave somebody 4 p.m. You gave somebody an appointment 4 p.m. and you still have another one. Let's say, but that one time is not really, suited. Then you now still give another person that 4 p.m. because that person that you are giving has more money than. Don't do that. It's your integrity you are selling. It's not about now. That's why people will say, tell we younger people, don't marry now, marry future. If you marry now, how are you sure what you are marrying now can sustain you then? Look at where you are going. And it's the mind that can help us. That's why I said the mind imagines for free. The mind can see in 20 years what the eye will not see tomorrow. So when you imagine things ahead of time, you are now careful about what you do in time. It's about tomorrow. So referrals can always come for people that you don't just finish transaction with and you leave. No, it doesn't go well like that, especially in this country. Especially in this country whereby everything is envy, gra. Then if you now take out time to now be nice to people, you are a topic for the day. They will honor you. They will always refer you. They will always feel you are a special person. Instead of you are doing the normal thing in some part of the world. That's a normal thing. But they will feel like, wow, you call me back to check on me. Whenever I have job, now you are good call. That is how it is. So the next one, because of the poverty of time, it's focus enough. Focus enough. Focus enough. One of the ways to focus enough is to work with other agents. If you observe something that is happening in the music industry today, I sing my song, and a lot of people may not hear it. I'll now say, okay, the next song now, let me try. I do it again. A lot of people did not hear my song. Only a few people. That's the warm spell. My mom, my dad, my friends that know about the song. Okay. Why don't I drop my 50-50 shoulder pad and meet Davido? Davido, let me do song with you. This is what I have. Can you just let me feature you? The cost. The thing is, you might be looking at the cost and saying, Davido will come to feel I need the help. No man has it all. If Davido enter my music, Davido's fans automatically becomes my fans in some sort of way. So when you liaise with somebody, you are just spreading your strength and building that strength. Because if I'm to reach 10,000 people and Mr. Davido is going to reach 2 million people, at least 800 will like me. For him, so you are measuring up, not just measuring up, you are liaising with somebody's personality of good reputation. So sometimes you should just try to network with other agents, and it's a great idea to team up with other agents in your area. So at least for a deal here and there, while some of them can split up commissions. I used to have them like that those days. When I connect this one, so this one will say, okay, when you want to give, don't give this one, don't give this one this amount, then give this. I say, hey, can you just take the money and share your team? Because this one will now say, okay, I cannot do this now. I will do this. There are sometimes some people will say, Prof, help me look for. I say, no, take number, no time. Say, please help me. I'm not good at this. I will now call. This one will now say, day now. Okay, I'll call you back. They connect another one. Okay, this one said you gave him my number. Oh, I don't have that one. The team we can even get to the fourth man, but they know that they are going to be blessed at the end of the day. You understand? So the point is this: when you try to liaise with somebody, that person will need you at some point, not just you alone. The person will need you at some point. There might be a bigger offer that will come. They say we should have skill. This man, Dangote, has 69 wells. Sometimes reading about people inspires people. Yes, reading about people inspires people because you don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to have all the experience. This man have 69. And I observed that in the Bible, 4 rivers were taking water to the Garden of Eden. And one of my online mentors always say, you see, as a man, if you don't have 4 sources of income, you don't settle down. No rich man made it by any salary. There is no billionaire in the world that made it by any salary. It means I need to have this, I need to have that, I need to have that. My father always tell me then, skill, have skill. I learned how to paint. Painted for about 8 years. Even till now, I can still paint. Any place I find myself and I'm free, I do my thing. The beautiful part is this. Around March, somebody called me like that for a job at Aja, and I was already fixed with many other things. What did I do? I looked at, okay, you have to go there. If you don't go there, they don't like when some people are not happy when they just give you a job and you have. So I'm like, okay, I'll do this. So I sent somebody there to go and do the quotation. The person did it, got back to me. I think the cost was about $1 million plus. So the workmanship, 500. And now I got back to the person that referred me. Say, 500 is too much. 500, 350. I say, didn't you see the pictures I sent? I sent beautiful pictures that worth it. Person said no. And sometimes we used to stand our ground. That's more. I hate going to the market. I say, how much is this thing? They say, this one at 3.5, take and 2.5 last. I'm not buying. You do not even allow me bargain. You don't even allow me price. So if you are telling me this one at 3.5, take and 2.5, it means it's not even 2.5. Stand your ground a little. I'm serious. I get upset, literally getting upset about how people sell their goods. 2.5. Give me 1.8. All of a sudden, then why are you calling 2.5? It means you are duping people. Stand your, even if you want to make more profit, 2.5. No, I can't do 2.3. No, sorry. There's how some people are talented, especially our mothers. They are very talented. They look at your expression, whether they can go further in this bargaining or they just leave you where you did. So sometimes so 2.3 no go do am. I'll go another place. So you're waiting for them to call you back and you're moving slow. The person is not calling you. You will turn back. You know, greet 2.4. And the person is still saying, no, last 2.450. And you're like, 2.450. No, you go. And the person did not still call you. Oh yeah, give me. Put them. See the way the man said, why this place? Put them. You see now, that person is like, thank God, though. The person has even seen this again, but the person is happy because your ability to stand, be truthful at some point. Because if you are switching this thing, people will not be professional. If somebody called me for a class, I went to Lekki, I had a 3 days class. I told the person about 45,000. The person said 40. I said no. And there's an upfront before you see me. It is not pride. It is not ego. It's self-esteem, self-respect. I can't leave my office to go and spend my tiffet where I've not even seen anything. When I got 20,000, I moved. Boom. At the end of the day, that same month, that same person referred me to another person. And don't charge more than the value. I used to tell people, before, there are some people that will call me and say, okay, I need this agent, this thing. When I call the person, okay, I beg, don't carry the person, go house where they leak. Because I know that this person is not, for the person to meet me, it means the person believes the person that I'm going to invite should be reliable. I will now call you for now. You now go and give the person this house, now fine house. The person just spent 2 days and the kitchen is swimming. You don't do that. So me, I also test them because by the time you do like that, I'm now a bad person. That person where you give me. Nigerians can be funny. Even if you help them, they'll just turn and say, that person where you give me. Now you carry me go there. Exactly. Now that's just that for that. So the next thing is get a mentor. It might be a general person you are looking up to, and they should also be a private person, because there are sometimes you may not want to share general. Always have, whether it's beyond this, it can be beyond this definitely, but always have a mentor in your field, people to put you through. It speeds the motion. Now, don't only focus on selling. Like I said, good relationships. Don't only focus on selling. Now, take courses. Yes, take courses. Have powerful mentors online or role models whereby you ask them a question. Instead of them to just answer you yes or no, they will give you a link to go and pay for course. It might not even be their own academy or something, but they are giving you like, by the time you pay for that thing or that master class or something, you learn so much and like, at some point, as a Nigerian, I'm still growing, but sometimes they pay me. My mentor paid 45,000 for 3 hours. What are they teaching me? Give me the money. 35. be 45. He paid for class for 3 hours. He still dey pay me till tomorrow. But what I've learnt can last long. Can last long. That is why this guy ran for 2 minutes. But he has been preparing for 20 years. That's why you can't just go and beat him. That is life. My own father chased me out of the house. Once upon a time, I was reading dictionary. I got to letter S, say, nobody has read dictionary before. You will run mad. This boy, I was just so engrossed in it. 2 days later, I got back. A week later, I went for a competition and I won the latest dictionary. His own was 1963, Oxford Advanced Dictionary, 3rd edition, that he seized from me because I'm always sneaking to go and use it, to read it. When I go, yeah, come and seize this one. That you get, right? So sometimes things like that can happen. Take courses, please. Take courses. Please, gaps for information. Gaps, long for information. Long for things that will help you that you don't know. I always say this, he who knows not and knows not that he knows not, but think he knows, is a fool, shun him. He who knows not and knows that he knows not is a child, teach him. He who knows and knows that he knows, but uses not what he knows, is asleep, wake him. He who knows and knows that he knows and uses what he knows is a leader, follow him. So it's not just about you having the knowledge. As I say, knowledge is power. No, knowledge is not power. It is the application of knowledge that is power. I cannot just, in my office I have a beautiful library there, but I don't just buy books there. No. I read a book every week, and the books that I read are not this type of books. Big books. And a friend of mine on Monday, when I went to his office, we were discussing about this book stuff. Gaps for knowledge, in the sense that how do I do it? I am so busy. And I look at it, how do I even sleep? How do I do this? Some people just send me a message. How do you do all these things? Yet, you are even having time for social media. How? I look at it is because I have to be calculative. The only general gift everybody have is time. I have 84,600 seconds. Okay, I have 24 hours. No billionaire in this world that I've read about sleeps for 8 hours. Okay, they say we should be sleeping 8 hours. Okay, doctor, God bless you. So if I sleep 8 hours every day, when I'm 60, I've slept 20 years. And no millionaire slept 20 years of their life. If you are sleeping 8 hours every day, that's 1/3 of the day. We have 24 hours. 8, that's 1/3 of the day. So if you are sleeping 8 hours every day, when you are 30, you have slept for 10 years of your life. And people don't make it by sleeping their destiny away. There's time for everything. There is time to sleep. There is time to work. And you see when people are making it and you're like, what's the secret? Cut soap for me? No. Nothing to cut. There's sacrifice that I paid. And I'll look at it, okay, this is what I do. I have this book. Whenever I have any book to read, I look at the number of pages. It's weird. And I see that the pages might be up to 450, 500. Okay, so 100 pages a minute. 1 page, 1 minute. So I have 100 minutes. So sometimes I'll just put 2 hours because I don't just read, I study. So I put 2 hours for 100 pages. So in 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, I'm done. 5 days, I'm done with the book. So when I say I read motivational books, big, good books, quality books, every week, you may be thinking, if you really know how I live now, when is a lie? It's not a lie. It's not, I didn't go out with, I'm always with my highlighter, I'm always with a book. Because I read, I study. Because as I'm studying, I'm not just reading to count number of books that I've read for this month. It's a lie. No. I study because knowledge is not power. It is the application of knowledge that is power. If I have a library with books and I don't read it, a man that does not read and a man that cannot read, no difference. Both of them are not reading. So if I don't have a book and I'm not reading, and somebody have a book and does not read it, we are the same. No difference. So it's somebody that uses some, that's why I say knowledge is not power. It is the application of knowledge that is power. And the moment you know that you don't know, it's stage 1. There are some people that don't know, but they think they know and they feel they know. And the worst part is they don't know that they don't know. That one is even demonic. You're not even willing to learn. But there are some people that know that they don't know. That's stage 1. That means you're intelligent. I always say that to most of my candidates. You are intelligent if you know you don't know. An examination is not the true test of one's intelligence. If I have a son, write the exam, you fail. I'm not calling you dumb. I cannot define your destiny by your grade. They're two different things. Can't call you dumb because you fail. If it's by that, do you know how many people have failed? Fail does not mean failure. First attempt in learning. So when I look at life like this, I try to grasp, I try to take in knowledge in my field, and I even go beyond that. Because when you take in knowledge, it's just like 70 to 30 for me. I'm the talking pen. I read 70% and I talk 30%. If you think I talk too much, don't catch me when I read. Because definitely you don't give what you... So it's out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth. So if you don't have too much, how will you convince somebody? How will somebody look at you? How will somebody listen to you and try to say, okay, I'm interested in this land. I'm interested in this. I want to do this business with you. I'm interested. I feel you are... You need to be loaded so much that people always want to come back, not just because of your product, but because of your personality and because of the information you possess. Think carefully, think creatively. I always say this, take courses, keep reading. When you have, even if you can start with a book every month, it's fine. You don't need to stress yourself and say, sit down one, we are all family people. You have children, you have phone calls, you have things to distract you. Just share it. If the book is 600 pages, 600, okay, let me just say the book is 300 pages. If it's 300 pages, okay, if I read 50 pages, I can read 50 pages in 1 hour, even less than 2. That's beautiful. So if you read 50 pages today, tomorrow 50, that's 100. So in 6 days, you finish a book and you are loaded. Buy books relating to your field. Be loaded that anytime somebody thinks of real estate, they think of you. Be that blessed. Be that blessed. If things don't inspire you, you will expire. If you are not informed, people will think you are deformed. They will not want to talk to you. If you are not updated, you'll be outdated. You'll be at the back. That's why I say appreciate modern technologies. Use it to cut across and pass information to people that need you. One beautiful thing about life is whatever we struggle to get, people are looking out to get us. We want them, but they are looking out for us. They are looking for us, but we want them. So it means you need to learn technicalities. You need to learn the modus operandi to connect with people that are looking for you. I call that the science of connectivity. But this is the topic I'm running with today. So the last one, because of time, somebody's even waiting for me now. Because of time, the last one is understanding the asset called time. Talking about time, but yet. All right, understanding the asset called time. Time waits for no man. When you hear people say time waits for no man, there is always this thing that comes to my mind. I always just imagine everybody seated here and some thieves just walking with guns, big guns, and they are pointing it on our faces. And they say, don't talk. We are not to cry, we are just to shake, and we are like this. So every human being here, we don't want to talk. Anybody that talk, they can boom. Now, if you observe, you might be shaking. You might just be there. You are not talking. Everything can be quiet except the clock. It will still tick because it's not waiting for all of you. Time waits for no man in the sense that a rich man has time. A poor man has time. So what's now the difference? It means how I use my time will count. Anytime I'm going to talk, my prayer is, God, let me don't waste their time. That's just it. I don't want to care whether I'm being paid or not. I don't want to waste anybody's time. Nobody can come, we see. It's not just that easy. One, your personality will give me hints if I will say yes. Two, what we are going to do, will it make sense? Because I don't have time. My mentor will always say, this is a Genesis general thing, live as if it's your last. Time. When you have time, free, rest. When you are done resting, build yourself. That's the time. Because if you become a successful realtor, you will not have that time again. You'll be so busy. You will be so busy. Now, the time that you are free now, the 3-4 hours you have, is the time you are going to use to build yourself so that when you are so busy, you will have what to offer. Because there are some times whereby you will not have this chance that we are having now. We all pray for higher heights, but are we ready for these heights? So create time to study. Some people want to earn before they learn. You learn so that you earn. It's when you learn work, you can start making money from what you learned. You cannot start making money from what you did not learn. So you learn to earn, not earn to learn. Now, Your time is a more valuable asset than your money. I said this earlier on. It's easier to manage money than time. But the most important thing is to manage time. See Parkinson's law or something. Okay, I'm going to this place I have this client to go and see by 10. Now, okay, 10. It's 9:30. This super story, eh? Hey. Okay, in the next 15 minutes now just to bath now. Time. If you can't discipline yourself with time, you are losing money because time na money, time na money. The person that sang it, you understand the song. Because if you save time, you will have time to do things that other people will not do because there is no time. Always create time. I don't sleep my life. 4 hours is enough. 4 hours is enough for me. I know it changes with time. It's not that doctor says 6-8 hours. Everybody, no. There's a time for kids, for youth, for the age. It varies. You go and look, okay, I am between this age to this age. What time is it okay for me to spend sleeping? It's not because somebody just say 8 hours or 10 hours. Give yourself 10 hours sleep. Then boom, you devote your life to sleeping your destiny away. No, it doesn't work like that. Look at, whenever I wake up in the morning, every day of my life, I always want to learn something. So I look out for people who have made it in life and I don't argue with their results. Anybody that has results, in Nigeria, we beef people. And we tell God that, God, I don't like blessing. Mommy, we buy car. Instead of me to say, mommy, don't buy car. Ma, test now. I will say, don't buy car. I never buy. You don't buy. I will start beefing mommy. The thing is that I'm telling God I don't want what he has given to mommy. Because if God see that I'm not happy with her car, he go say, this is my son. Be like say, no like car. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to give you car. That's it. But by the time I'm happy about mommy's success, God will see reasons to give me mine. Because I didn't hate her for hers. That's how life is. Now, equip yourself. Know your market. Know about not just the concept of what you are doing. Know about the people around you and your area. Is this thing working like this here? Is this thing working like this here? It varies. There are some people that will meet me and say, I just have 150. I want to collect house. I'm like, 150. I don't argue with them. I say, I will know whether it's important or not. When I get to that level, I know the kind of agent to give them. Like, this one will fit you. Because you like trouble very well. You want to use 150 and collect 2-bedroom flat. I know the one that will fit you. So I know where to call. I say, and that one will be happy that I'm connecting. And we show you big house. You will come back to me and be blessing me. Like, God, that house is big. It's simple now. Somebody told me once. I say, okay. Say, okay, Jedudu, see the parlor, very big. Was very happy. Still praying for me today. But I would have made mistake if I carry that person to the one that will cost 750, 800. The person might even be angry with me till tomorrow. Why will you? That man said, I don't even like the way. You need to understand people. That's why I say build relationship, build your influence. Know people, try to communicate, and always learn to find people. You find people in different ways. When I mean find people, that means try to talk to strangers, try to talk to people you know, try to present yourself well. Find people. The reason I'm saying this is you cannot do everything on your own. You cannot. The moment you know that you need people, you start expecting people. The Bible says, honor all men. Those people that we look down on. That's it. I always post about people daily. I run a program in the evening, a word for your evening. So when I always put that, I use people's picture. So somebody saw the picture. You know this person? Do you know this person? Yeah, way back then in primary school, we were saying, hey, today they are dating. Marriage bell is ringing now. Why? Because somebody saw somebody, they now connect again. They are dating very soon. They want to get married. If I not post that person's picture, maybe God will use another person, or that person would have looked for another way out. Now, the beautiful thing is, I learned to celebrate people, not just for them to celebrate me, but I have not lacked when it comes to celebration and honor because I give it to people. Anyhow you talk to your clients, always survey yourself. There is this comedian that started something here. Whenever he goes for talk, his shirt, there must always be his pocket there. He has a small phone that he used to record so that the part that he said that made them laugh, he will repeat it in every crusade he attends. The part that he feels that this part, once I crack the joke, everybody goes scatter, and it was so dry. He said, I'm not going to talk this one again. So he always check himself. He always use that to check himself. Now, when you observe that, why is it that the only people that are my customer are people that I already know? Why is it that strangers don't believe in me? Survey, check yourself. How much do I know about my market? How much do I know? Know about what the land is, know about different things. So I'll give you some hints about the time is really, really, really out of my side, and be organized. Be organized. So John Paulson said something. He said, if you don't own a home, buy one. If you own a home, buy another one. If you own 2 homes, buy the 3rd one, and lend your relatives the money to buy a home. George Soros said something. He said, it's not whether you are right or wrong that's important. It's how much money you make when you are right and how much you lose when you are wrong. Don't just exist. When you lose a customer, when you lose a client, feel it. Don't just say, hey, go and now one will come. The Lord give it and the Lord take it. Well, deal. So the next one, Robert, this is my guy, man. I have this man's books, almost 10, and it's really powerful when it comes to wealth. He said, real estate is investing, even on a very small scale, remains a tried and true means. Tried and true. So you both say tried and true. Nigerians say tested and trusted. There's not like tested and trusted in this one. It's tried and tested. Means of building an individual's cash flow and wealth. Real estate investing. Okay. Sorry about that. So Franklin said something. Franklin Roosevelt, I think, is one of the most powerful presidents I've ever come across. The reason I'm saying this is the president that had the shortest reign in history, Hydro Paredes of Mexico. He became the president for just 1 hour. That's imagine 8 o'clock, 8:45. Boom. He did not die. He became the president for just 1 hour. And he looked at another guy, Gaddafi, Mohammed Gaddafi of Libya. He became the president of Libya from 1969 to 2011. He ruled Libya for 41 years. I don't have issues with Paredes. I don't have issues with Gaddafi. I looked at this man, Franklin. He was crippled. He ruled America for 12 years. I don't think there's any other president that ruled up to 12 years. The longest crippled. So it means if a crippled man could rule the world, I have 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 nostrils, 2 mouths, 2 legs. No. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. So he said something. He said, real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away, purchased with common sense, paid for in full, and managed with reasonable care. It's about the safest, it is about the safest investment in the world. It's true. You can take away a lot of things, but you can't take my land. Can't burn my land. Now, John Stuart Mill, the landless in economics, he said something about landlord. He said, landlord grow rich in their sleep without working. See, some of them, they invest, they carry so much money. They don't say they don't, they old. They come build plenty house. Just they wake up, come sit down for balcony. They look, okay, this one. And they are so smart. God will even bless them with customers at different points of time in the year. So this one will come March, this one will come July. So as they are collecting their money back to back, they are just receiving the thing they come. Why? It's because they invested. See, landlords, they grow rich in their sleep without working. Now, 90% of all millionaires became so through owning real estate. This is Andrew Carnegie. I think Andrew Carnegie is one of the richest. This man is so powerful. Andrew Carnegie, I think he's the author of The Gospel of Wealth. These are books that when you read, it affects the way you think. That's why it's the mind, not just the ear. Let's start to give the mind. The mind controls how we react. It's what I was reading a book that taught me about how I can react. So if you step on me today, Monday, I put my leg back. You step on me Tuesday, I put my leg back. Step on me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, this guy don't get my time. But there's how you step on me. You demand, you spoil my eye, boom, boom, hospital, need to raise money. Oh yeah, the eye has gone, boom, boom, boom. Sometimes I just need to think, how do I react? How do you react to your client? Books like this also affect our mindset. The Gospel of Wealth. Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie. These men are Andrew Carnegie, John D. Rockefeller, and the rest. Churchill said something. He said, land monopoly is not only monopoly, but it is by far the greatest of monopolies. It is a perpetual monopoly, and it is the mother of all other forms of monopoly. If you don't get land there, just get the thing. One man told me, he said, just have somewhere that when you stand on planet Earth, nobody can tell you get out. Just stand. Have somewhere that when you stand there, nobody can say get out, whether there's house there or not. Just make sure you own where you can stand, and somebody will not walk you out of there. Louis said this one, the best investment on earth is earth. Nothing is bigger than. Check all the billionaires. They all have something on earth. The best investment on earth is earth. So now, Mark Twain said this: buy land, they are not making it anymore. Buy land, they are not making it anymore. All right, there's this personal creed I always say. I would just like us to repeat it. I'll just say, there are just 10. FD is an online mentor that told me anytime I talk, anywhere I find myself, I try to say this. So I will end this with this. So I am an ambassador of a generation. Please, I would like you to repeat that with me. I am an ambassador of a generation that is empowered and motivated, stirred to operate with natural excellence. This day, I hereby commit to live an exemplary life of leadership and excellence, to do all within my power to transform our country into the most desirable nation to live in. To this end, I will make a positive impact on everyone I meet and everywhere I go. Be a solution provider and not part of the problem to be solved. Be a role model worthy of emulation. Be my best in all that I do, particularly the things I'm naturally good at. Do the right things at all times, regardless of who is doing the wrong thing. Value time and make the best use of it. Care and show respect to all through my words and my action. Consciously build a great legacy, starting now, today, and every day. Live a life of integrity and honor. Make my family, my nation, and my God proud. So help me God. Leprosy is the oldest disease in the world. Check your hands. If you don't have leprosy, please celebrate yourselves. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Yes, I'll forward it.
Okay, I'll
yes,
send also.
I'll do that.
All right.
I'll do that.
Yes.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that on our group already. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for. Hope we're blessed. Can we put hands together for him one more time? He's a man that does talking for a living. I really learned a lot. I really learned a lot sitting there. So I'll send you the number. Don't worry. I'll share the number. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. He said something about that part of follow back. Follow back in this business is very, very important. Following back, very, very important. Most times when I'm talking, I always talk from experience. I always share things from what's happening to me. Every time I keep telling people about checking up, follow up, and all that. Most times there are other strategies. It must not be new estate don't come out to. It must not be new land don't come out to look at the price. No, there are so many ways you can do follow up, follow back, and all those things. And follow through, like I said. I remembered this last month, yes, June. It was 1st of June, and I sent all my clients Happy New Month on my prospects. Immediately, one say, hey, so says that reminds me, my uncle wants to do his child dedication. I need you to come and cover it. He said, I remembered you now because I saw your Happy New Month message. So always make sure, he made a statement here that I keep saying every time. When people think about land, they don't remember you. Do they remember that, hey, I have somebody that has to do with land. Let me contact the person. So that was how life is generally. That's how life is generally. So try to follow people back. I've really learned so many things. Most times when people share their personal experiences, like when I was talking about the agent, man, I always come and ask him, how are you doing? Yes. That's so impactful. That's so powerful. A lot of people will be like, thank you for doing this with us. Bye-bye. See you later. They are gone. But try to build relationship with people. Try to build a relationship. It helps people get to flow with you, because I've discovered that business these days is is 70% recommendation and referral. Recommendation and referral. So before people recommend you, they must have checked this guy. What was it about you? Are you trustworthy? All those things. And how is your business? So most times in the church, you complain. You're my church member. You don't give me work. You're my church member. You don't buy from me. See, whether you share the same faith or the same church, I don't want to buy from me because I don't trust you yet. Or there must be something. You must do something excellent here. There must be excellence in whatever you are doing and all that. So thank you so much. I don't know how many of us were here earlier on when we played the video. It's on our WhatsApp group right now. The video of the new estate we just made. And we're going to do more. Believing God, maybe this coming week, we're going to do more. We're going to do more this coming week, maybe mainly in the land, capture the area view and everything. So have it on our group. Now you can share on your post, your WhatsApp, and other places. So yes. Instagram has a way you can share a post. How do I show you that now? I don't have internet connection. Instagram has a way, but now you have to trim it. Has a way you can share a post and cut it into two. So people will still see it as that two. They will have to scroll right to see the next one. But meanwhile, you don't even need to post the one. You can post long video. That's Instagram, IGTV. Because while you are posting, they will ask you short video or long. You can say long video. Then people will watch it and continue. You understand? Let me give an instance now. If you want to post on Instagram now, I can. While I'm trying to post, they will ask me if I'm posting for short video or long video. So if I want to post from here now, you have to go to feed post. So this is video now. Now see, if I go next, they will ask me short or long video. So if I click short, meaning I'm posting for only 1 minute. You understand? If I click, you have to update your Instagram. Update it for you to see it.
Profile Limited. Now you are investment house.
So that's it for today. Yes, and you can end the stream. I'll wait. So I want to thank everyone for joining us, people online, and just keep in touch with us every time. We are always here for you. We are always here. Remember what the speaker was saying about saying what you can do. Saying what you can do. I've been in a situation where some clients will ask me, "Success, can you do this?" I'll look at them and say, I've not done it before, but I can try. I can do it. I can try. So I always try to not. Some people like, I'll do it more and everything after that. There'll be failure along the road and misunderstanding. So always try to make sure you carry people along with your words. Don't misinterpret the company. State the price and everything. If there's anyone you cannot answer, refer them back to us or just tell them, give me a few minutes, let me call you back. This man made a statement here that got my attention too about a realtor. Almost every time I keep seeing this whole division of realtor. Mrs. Moran came the other day and she said it's about someone that is bringing wealth to people. Now he said a realtor is like an actor in the real estate industry. Those are going to have actors in other movie industry and other stuffs. But when it comes to real estate, you're an actor in that field. So there's some things you must act for you to be successful. Everything here must not be, I don't know how to put it. It's not manipulation now. It's not lying. Coach Park says acting. You need to act. People understand what this thing you are doing is true. Most times I go to events, it might take me just to use small thing, like small camera to capture what I'm to capture. But because of acting, I need to carry things that are heavy. People know this guy is really working, this guy is really doing well in this field. I'll carry big cameras, big gadgets. We'll see us, we'll carry it. These people are strong, they have heavy equipment. It's not the heavy equipment, it's the small one that's in the job. But we know that small one will not make you feel as if you are doing it for you very well. So we'll carry the bigger ones, everything, we'll package very, very well. If you see us, most times, I said it here before, most times if you see my boys when they want to snap, they will lie down on the ground. They lie down, bend down. It's not as if they cannot do like this and snap it, but they want to show you that they are doing something. So sometimes you need to act. Even when people call you, Alpha, what's the neighborhood of the land? And you don't know it. Just give me 1 minute, let me call you back. Let me just send it to you on WhatsApp. That's because you don't want them to feel as if you don't know. It just there must be some acting, because life is about acting. If you don't act it very well, nobody will understand you. So, like I said, thank you so much. We'll give you our form to fill up your names and bring in our refreshments. Thank you so much for your time today. Goodbye.